Yelan's speed becomes quickly apparent in her elemental skill, Lingering Lifeline. Tapping or holding the skill button allows her to move rapidly using her lifeline, marking opponents along her path. When her rapid move ends, the lifeline will explode, dealing hydro damage to marked targets. Yelan also has a fixed chance to reset her breakthrough state based on the number of opponents marked.
Cool. So we'd better try to mark a whole crowd of enemies to maximize the damage.
Her elemental burst, Depth Clarion Dice, deals AoE hydro damage and creates wondrous dice which aid her in battle. The dice follow the character around and will initiate a coordinated attack when your active character uses a normal attack and each time Yelan's lifeline explodes and hits opponents. With Yelan's passive talent, Adapt with Ease, the active character's damage increases over time while the dice are active.
I'm telling you, do not mess with her. She sounds gnarly. Sounds like she could also fill a solid support role, too.
Totally.
Absolutely, yeah. Yelan also has another passive talent called Turn Control, which causes Yelan's max HP to be increased based on the number of elemental types that are present in the party. And finally, because of Yelan's understanding of the Liyue region, she gains increased rewards when dispatched on a Liyue expedition for 20 hours.
Ah, that makes sense.
Of course, even after sharing all this information, Yelan still has a lot of secrets. Travelers will have to spend more time with Yelan on their journey to learn more about her. She'll also be making an appearance in the new Archon Quest Interlude chapter coming in version 2.7. We'll have more details on that shortly, so don't miss it.
Nice. And now, I think it's about time we introduce our second new character, Kuki Shinobu. Oh, she's the pride and joy of the Arataki gang. Second to Ito, of course. So let's see her in action.
Ay, qué güey, estaba muteado. Ay, qué pendejo.
Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
Ok. Ya me escucho, me imagino, ¿va?
Oh,
Wow.
that's a spicy trailer.
So cool. Yeah. I love the way she looks, like her color scheme, and of course the green hair and the mask. Like she looks
Hola chicos,
super
¿cómo están?
capable.
Ay, es que son las 5 de la mañana y pues
I
obviamente...
love that like lightning flowing around her and the
Pues la
swords, the way they
pendejez
go up
ahí,
in
¿no?
the air and go down.
Well, you guys can
Arra.
see why she'd be an obvious addition to the Arataki gang. She's just that good. All right, leave the introduction to me, will you? Only after getting to know Shinobu can you really begin to fathom how important she is to the entire
Pues ahorita nomás
Arataki
están
gang.
hablando de las
Kuki
habilidades.
Shinobu knows how to
Así
do
que no hay tanto
almost
show.
anything and is constantly rescuing the boss, aka Ito, and fellow gang members from dangerous situations. With her help, the
Me voy a
little
descargar
wandering gang
poquito
of
porque-
misfits in Hanamizaka has
No,
become a
ando
skilled
durmiendo.
crew capable of taking on any kind of commission.
Oh, I think I see who's really running things in the gang.
So the real question here is why would someone as competent as Shinobu ever choose to join the Arataki gang?
Ok, parece que Shinobu
what are
es
you
parte
trying to
del-
say, Zach?
Oh, you
de la
know
banda
what
de
I'm
los
trying to
de
say.
Delito.
No, I'm not exactly sure, but, let's move on. Anyway, we need to track the start of Shinobu's story back to her family. Turns out that her family has traditionally served as shrine maidens to Narukami for who knows how long.
So you're saying she went from a strict family of shrine maidens to joining the Arataki gang?
Yeah, is that so surprising?
Ok.
That's a pretty big 180.
Well, it just
Viene de
goes to show how
la...
much she's
Viene como de
changed.
las damiselas
When
de
she was younger,
Narukami. Allá
Shinobu
por donde
was
está
sent
la
as an
Komi.
understudy to the grand Narukami shrine, but after a certain incident, she started to doubt whether she was really suited for the strict life of a shrine maiden. So Shinobu decided to leave the path of her family behind.
Básicamente
and search
tenían unos
for a
padres
path of her
estrictos
own.
allá en
Out
Narukami
of
con las
curiosity
sacerdotisas
and
y luego se vino
personal
ya acá
interest, she took the
con todo lo que está
initiative to learn a
diciendo.
variety of crafts and skills, and it wasn't long before she obtained many certificates. So many, in fact, that she can't even fit all her qualifications on a business card. For example, Shinobu even went to study law in Liyue, which is when she met Yenfei.
Estudió leyes
So
en
they know each
Liyue.
other. Yenfei has some pretty random acquaintances.
Yeah, but Shinobu's had the chance to meet many people along the course of her studies, but because she wanted a free work environment, she's rejected countless work opportunities. She even passed on an opportunity from Kujo Tengu to work in the Tenryou Commission.
Wait, they know each other too?
Mm-hmm. And guess who she chose to be with?
O sea,
Yes.
creo que puede estudiar leyes o también se pueden ir con la
Ningo?
Kuyosara,
It's the Arataki
pero se fue
Gang!
con Ito.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For
that
some reason.
Guys, I'm so excited.
is great.
Luego le cambia el
Okay,
título,
no one knows
es
why.
que no le
Moving
puedo
on.
cambiar. O
All right,
Navi,
if
si
you're
estás
interested in learning
viendo
more about
Paro,
Kuki
cambia del
Shinobu and
título.
the Arataki Gang,
Es que no
you are,
puedo,
then be
lo
sure
tengo
to
en
check
full
out
screen.
Shinobu's very own hangout event in version 2.7.
Así lo que les decía.
Not only will you get to see a day in the
Que
life
vamos a
of the
tener cita
Arataki
con
Gang,
la
so
Koki
excited for
Shinobu.
that, but you'll also get to learn a lot more about Shinobu's past. And that's about all I can say for now. Travelers will have to check out the event to learn more. Okay, we've covered her backstory. Now let's see the Arataki Gang's deputy leader kicking some butt in battle.
Woo.
Ándale.
Kuki Shinobu is a support character who wields a
Okay.
sword and uses her electrovision to both heal teammates
Lo que ya sabíamos,
and
¿no?
deal
Usa
continuous
espada y
damage
soporte
from off
y
the
es electro.
battlefield. She can do it all. Her unique skills allow her to sacrifice her own HP in combat in order to heal other party members.
Aw.
Ok, se baja su vida
so
para
sweet
curar
of
a
her.
otros.
It's
Órale.
selfless.
Nice.
It's generous. When she uses her elemental skill, Sanctifying Ring, she sacrifices a certain portion of her HP to create a
Ajá.
grass ring
Sí, se
of
quita vida para curar a otros,
sanctification
dice.
that'll heal friendly characters within it and deal continuous electro damage to surrounding opponents. After unlocking the passive talent Heart's Repose, her elemental skills healing and damage will be boosted based on Shinobu's elemental mastery. With another passive talent, Breaking Free, when Shinobu's HP is low, her healing bonus is increased.
So, travelers will need to monitor her HP when using her
Yeah.
skill. You don't want it to be too low, but at the same time, lower is also better.
Definitely, yes. Shinobu's elemental burst, Gyoe Narukami Kariyama Right, creates a special field in front of her that deals continuous electro damage to opponents within it. And it goes without saying that Shinobu is amazing at carrying out expeditions. With the passive talent Protracted Prayers, she gains increased rewards when dispatched on an Inazuma expedition for 20 hours. So she
O
knows
sea,
how to
¿cómo?
bring home
O sea, tiene una
the
pasiva en la
bacon.
que abres cofres y
Tasty.
te dan
It
mejores
is.
ítems
It's
de
very
cofre.
tasty. Let me tell you, man, Ito sure
fuck?
is lucky to have
raro
such
eso.
a capable deputy leader. But the feeling is mutual, and Shinobu feels the members of the gang are also super important to her. They are her true family members, regardless of her rebellious nature. Although Shinobu has to bail them out of trouble over and over again, the gang is the only place she feels truly free and at peace.
I think it's
Pues
great
sí,
that
esa
they found each
Shinobu
other.
pues se siente Agustín
Yeah,
con
definitely.
la bandita
Well,
de Lito,
I hope
dice.
everyone is feeling pretty excited for these new characters. Oh boy, we covered a lot there.
Yeah, definitely a lot. So, I think it's about time we roll out our next redemption code.
Redemption code.
Roll out the redemption code!
Ahí va la primera tarjetita de redención. Bueno, código de canje. Ah, le estoy estorbando, ¿verdad? Ay, 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 ay. Se ve, se ve, se ve, se ve, se ve, se ve. Se ve, se ve, ¿sí lo ven? Ah, ah. Sí lo ven, sí lo ven, sí lo ven. Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está. Ah, madre mía. Ah. Ahí está, mírenlo, mírenlo, mírenlo. Agárrenlo. Ah. En camino al R60. Yo estoy aprovechando para cambiarle el título. Ah. Ah. Livestream 2.7 Genshin. Ya lo cambié, ya lo cambié. Ahí está.
All right, welcome back, everyone.
We're back.
bueno.
Yes.
Nuestro
Next,
Canje
we
de
will be
Canje
diving into
es
some
de-
of the new events players can
Ahorita
expect to see coming their
contesto
way in
los
version
comentarios.
2.7. Our first event not only includes our new Archon Quest interlude chapter, but will also contain a new challenge game mode. The event's called Perilous Trail.
Pues es un evento, no el
The
Perilous
Archon
Trail.
Quest will be featuring a very unique cast of characters as Yenfei, Yelan, Ito, and Shinobu team up with the Traveler when they become stranded deep in the chasm. And it's not long before we also discover that Xiao is also conducting an investigation of his own in the chasm.
Aquí se cuela
Investigation,
Yaska,
you
¿no?
say, Because there's a lot of history and
Que tiene la
secrets
quest
buried
para
within the
buscar Yaska.
chasm, including the story of how the people of Liyue fought off monsters 500 years ago. Yelan has been monitoring this place for quite some time, trying to find out the truth of what happened back then. It turns out that this piece of history is also related to her
Aguanten,
origins.
me voy a cambiar de lugar porque estoy estorbándoles,
Yeah,
¿verdad?
the group will also find themselves facing a crisis in the chasm.
O sea,
and
sé
will
que
have
soy
to
un amor de
survive
persona,
together in
pero-
what will definitely be
Me voy
a
a poner por acá.
thrilling experience.
So from what's been revealed in the previous version, we know
Me voy a
that there
poner
is a
acá del
deep
otro lado.
connection between the Yakshas
Listo.
and what happened in the chasm.
Ya, ¿no? Ya.
It even
Sí, sí,
seems
sí.
that our vigilant Yaksha Xiao has
Ya, ya.
some
Ya los pueden ver
obsession
del
with
otro
the
lado.
area.
Sí.
It'll be interesting to see why he's in the chasm and what he's looking for down there. Travelers will have to follow Xiao's steps to learn more about the history that
Ok,
has
vamos,
been
vamos a tener que estar
sealed
siguiendo a Shao
As
para
travelers
ver
play
qué onda
through
con
the
la misión.
Archon
Dice,
Quest, the combat challenge Realms of Guile and War will also gradually become available. Travelers will need to constantly defeat enemies within a challenge domain. Completing 3 challenges will be counted as a round. The first 3 domains will consist of 3 rounds, and the last domain will have 6 rounds.
ok, son
What's
3
unique
rounds
about
de
this event
dominio
is
y
that
luego
after
son 6
each
rounds de
round,
dominio.
You have to rearrange your party according to the domain's rules.
For example, in the Direcliff Court domain, only one member of the current party can be selected to continue on, while everyone else will enter recuperation mode and will be unable to fight. In another domain,
Okay.
Kaleidoscope Cage, 2 characters will be selected at random and will be unable to continue.
O sea, en
the
este
fight.
evento básicamente nos van a estar
Interesting.
quitando
So, it looks like
personajes.
travelers will need to be prepared
Así
to
que
face
aguas
a variety of
a los que no tienen
scenarios.
tantos personajes.
Yeah, but I'm sure
lo van a estar
travelers
quitando
will come up
personajes
with
para
some
hacer
teams
este
and
evento.
strategies to handle the challenges. Still, it sounds like they're gonna
Dicen
need
que
to
pueden
use
ser
a
de
lot
un
of
tipo
characters.
random también que te lo
I don't
quiten.
know if everyone's leveled up quite so many.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I know I gotta level up a lot of my characters. So it's important we mention that each of the domains will also have multiple trial characters prepared for travelers to use.
Oh.
And additionally, travelers may select and equip 3 stratagems per combat round that will
Pues nos
provide
van a dar
buffs
tipo
in
tarjetitas
battle.
para bufos de el
Travelers
dominio
may
y ese
consume
rollo.
stratagem shards they
Lo de
collected
siempre,
in battle
casi
to
siempre
redraw
es así.
stratagems, or select a previously equipped stratagem for continued use. Stratagem shards may
Ese
even be
tenemos
used
puesto
to
alguno
redeploy
anteriormente.
downed characters.
Que pues ahí
With
se
the
va a
help
quedar.
of all of these supporting mechanics, travelers can confidently try the challenges with different combinations of characters.
Yeah, and in addition to exchangeable rewards in the event shop, everyone should remember to also collect rewards from the challenge quests on the event page. The rewards will include an event-exclusive 4-star bow called Fading Twilight.
Sí, pues va a venir este nuevo ítem que es un
You
arco del
guys
Fading
have
Twilight.
got to check out this
Dicen.
event.
Oh, I definitely will.
Mm.
All right, our next event is called a Muddy Bazaar Adventure.
Ok, aquí
This
está
one
otro evento.
also takes place down in the chasm.
Ese va a ser en la cima,
mysterious
dicen.
chasm.
So
Así que vayan terminando la cima porque ese evento va a ser
some
ahí.
dark, mud-like substance has come pouring out of the caverns and mines of the chasm. And once again, the Sumeru scholar Hosseini has appeared to help us resolve the crisis. In this event, we will have to deal with constantly oozing dark mud, as well as monsters that have been strengthened by its effects.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah. With the help of Persina Spike, we'll need to clear the mud, weaken and defeat monsters, and let the spike purify the surrounding area while energizing itself. Attacks from
No sé si
monsters
tenemos que
will disable the spike,
purificarlos o qué
so
pedo.
travelers must be
Creo que
sure
sí.
to protect it.
Los acercamos hacia esa
Also, when the
lámpara.
spike is operating normally, using blooming light with a lumen stone
Solamente
adjuvant of a
matarlos, no
certain
sé,
level
está muy
will
raro.
clear out nearby oozing concretions, granting the spike additional energy and speeding up the charging process.
Oh, heck
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. As the event progresses through different phases, uses for the spike will also change. For example, the spike could release shockwaves at intervals that attack opponents and dispel the buffs that those opponents possess.
Okay.
Also, the challenge objectives will
La
change
cosa esa
throughout
les va
the
a quitar el
event.
bufo por
In some
ratos también,
challenges,
dice.
travelers may have to defeat the enemies in a limited amount of time, while in others, travelers will have to escort a hot air balloon to its destination while clearing out dark mud along the way.
Ah, pues
In
vamos
the
a proteger
last
esos
phase of the
barriles como
event,
misión diaria
travelers
también,
will have to
dice.
clear dark mud and defeat monsters to reach a high score.
Ah, ok,
In
vamos
this
a tener que quitar el lodo ese
powerful
morado para
opponents will
matarlos,
appear,
dice.
and travelers may defeat them to earn more points.
Travelers will need to be careful of the dark mud as it drains HP and affects our ability to move. So be sure to stay safe and make quick work of any enemies you encounter.
Keep yourself alive.
Yeah.
I'm up. So, you guys remember how I
aguas,
said that
dicen.
Shinobu studied law in Liyue before?
Va a estar caliente.
Well, to celebrate her graduation, we're holding a special event. The almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum Along Festival. Which, in case you didn't catch that, is going to be another rhythm game event.
Yes, rhythm game, rhythm game.
Rhythm
Oh,
game.
es un juego de
rhythm
ritmo
game.
como Guitar Hero, dice.
Yep, and we're going to be shaking things up a little from the previous
Ala.
music games. This time, travelers will be receiving a drum, so the game will be changing
Guitar
to a
Hero
play
con
style
el
that is a
tamborcito.
little more suitable for a percussive feel.
It'll probably be best if we just show the travelers how it works, so let's take a look at how to play.
A ver, vamos a ver qué onda. Ah, miren, tipo
Alright, here we
oso y
go.
todo el rollo, mire. Ey, está
Yes,
chilo.
pro mode. That's the only
Está
kind of
chilo la
rhythm game I
plataforma.
want to play.
Ah, la madre,
go,
de esos
drum in hand.
botones. Va a estar
All right,
perro
it's
el
like one of
rollo.
the semicircle style ones.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Ey, se va a
Okay,
poner
so
chilo.
you gotta use two hands.
Va a ser
Alright.
como tipo... ¿Cómo se
Some
llama este
people
del
do them
oso? El
one-handed, but I can't
azul
imagine
y
doing that
rojo.
personally.
Yeah, it's tough for me.
Pero sí,
Let's
eso es
see, a lot
como
of single
tambores. Va a estar...
Yep, we
va a
got
estar...
the
the
taps and we
Y de
got the
ritmos,
holds.
pero va a
Tippy
estar bien
taps and
perro.
holds.
And then we have the double
Ah, yo le
notes,
entro a
too.
ese. Ya
have to
sé que
hold
soy
them down
súper
at the
fan del
same
Guitar
time.
Hero y ese
Nice,
tipo de ritmos.
multitasking.
Oh, está
I'm really
chido
loving
eso.
this.
¡Ah, qué lindo! Listo. Está chido. Está bien chido el vato. Los sonidos que hace.
This music is boppin'.
Sí,
I know,
está
right?
chilo.
That's what all the kids say.
Boppin'.
Oh, tough,
I think they
complicated.
missed one. Oh, they missed one. No.
No.
Combo
Look at that
breaker.
combo.
Double notes. Lots
Sí,
of double
está
notes.
chilo.
I'm like bopping my head to the music. I'm into this.
Es como el oso de... Ajá, es como el oso, el oso del de piano. Creo que se llama oso de manía. Es algo así. Ah, va a estar chilo. Este sí me está gustando. Es el evento que más me ha llamado la atención. Ya hasta me desperté
Oh, how
poquito.
fun is that? Oh man, that looks so fun to play. Well, considering that travelers might be playing the rhythm game on a variety of different devices, the designers have so kindly implemented a lag calibration function. This means travelers can calibrate their device by tapping the screen when they hear the accented pf, and can adjust the decision line until it
Elito.
roughly coincides with the note position they entered. By making these little adjustments,
Básicamente
travelers can
tenemos ya
improve
un
the
calibrador
gameplay
de lag,
experience for
dice.
each of their individual devices and playing habits.
Also, we'll be able to adjust the note falling speed
Para
as
que
well
ya
as
no
the
tengan
volume
excusa
of the
de que no
button sound
saben
when
jugar
pressed.
de ritmos,
Additionally,
dicen,
more detail is given
básicamente.
to how the system determines
Para que no
whether
echen
each note
excusas.
is counted as successfully hit or missed. In this music game, travelers will have access to all 3 difficulties from the very beginning. So, travelers who are more confident in their drumming skills, such as
Obvio
myself,
yo.
can clear the higher difficulties and still be able to collect the corresponding rewards for completing the lower difficulties as well.
Que no ocupan
And just
batallar
wait,
para este
I haven't even
que
gotten to the
van a
coolest
tener sus
feature yet.
protos, pero
As
ya si quieren
tunes
jugarlo
are
en pro,
unlocked,
pues
a
ya.
note editor
cada
mode
quien.
will also be unlocked.
Oh, cool. Create your own.
All right, that is pretty cool.
Travelers can freely edit the note positions in
vamos a
these
poder
tunes to
hacer-
create
ah,
their
vamos a
own
poder hacer
beat maps
músicas.
of the game's musical scores, which can then be shared with other people.
Nice.
Oh,
Of
ese
course,
está
in order to
chilo.
share your
A
tunes
ver si
with
luego les hago una
others, you will
cancioncita.
first be required to play the song
Eso va a estar chilo.
and reach a specific rank to generate the share code.
O sea, básicamente vamos a poder
And
crear nuestros
finally,
bitmaps, algo
travelers
así.
will also find some special gifts and messages left by some familiar friends at the festival. So don't forget to check those out.
Oh, I will.
Oh, I know you will.
All right, and last but not least, we have another interesting event. The aim of the event? Create a robot.
Bet nobody saw that one coming. That's right, travelers will receive a material collector from a toy merchant
O
from
sea,
Fontaine.
en este evento vamos
There
a
are
crear
total of
robots.
3 processes you
¿Por
must
ende la
complete.
ruina?
Number 1,
¿O qué onda?
source material collection. Number 2,
Ok, vamos a
elemental
recolectar
charge.
minerales.
And number 3, core activation. Completing these processes will produce a robotic furnishing that can be placed in the Serenity pot.
The robots can have
Ganar
a
una
variety of
hojita.
possible model types and animations, which will be
Ah,
determined
ok,
by
son
what you do
iguales,
during
son
the 3
cosas
processes
chiquitas
we just
leves.
mentioned. There's even a chance to produce a special furnishing that can perform all 3
Oh,
animations.
Oh,
están bonitos.
nice. During the event, travelers will be able to claim a
Oh,
total
son
of
como
4
mascotas de
robots from test model
robots.
vouchers. If, say, you were unable to produce the model you wanted, you can use the trade function to send requests and obtain the product model that you need.
So, who's excited to make
Oh,
some
también puedes decir como que qué
robots?
tipo de robot te gusta y te lo
Yeah,
dan.
I can't
entre
wait to
compas.
see what everyone makes in this event. And that's it for the new events in version 2.7. Next, we have some important system updates and optimizations coming to the game.
Ok,
First, to help
updates
travelers on their
básicamente.
adventures, the system designers have added challenge feature tips to the beginning of some high-level material domains. These will include some suggestions on how to quickly defeat the monsters in the domain, which might help travelers find the optimum team or strategy to efficiently clear it. Next, the system
O sea,
designers
creo
will
que
be
dependiendo del
providing
elemento
some
que te
detailed
lleves,
tips to
ya
help
te van a
players
dar un
train
buffo
and
diferente en
strengthen
los
their
dominios,
characters.
dicen.
When players open the character talents menu, they can use the newly added talent reference button to see talent priority recommendations based on the actual data
Oh,
of
eso
other
está
active
padre
players.
para los que preguntan
And
mucho en
by
las builds.
pressing the attribute reference
Ahora
button in
ya,
the
ya
character
te van a venir
artifacts menu,
recomendado
players can see the
en
main
qué
attribute usage
porcentaje
statistics for each
ponerte los
artifact slot.
talentos,
The
qué
system
qué
designers
nivel
wish to give
subirlos
everyone more
y también te
intuitive
dice
data to
cuál es el
reference
recomendable
while
de
choosing how to
tener las
strengthen
probabilidades de
each of your
crítico, daño
characters.
crítico de los
Cool.
personajes.
Yeah.
That'll
Aunque
make it
obviamente
easier.
recordemos
The
que de
talent
Genshin Impact
reference
no está
button
100%
looks
completo,
super
pero pues
convenient.
el de los
Like, it seems like it
talentos
would
me
be
llama
really
la
helpful if you're
atención.
kind of on the fence and you don't know what you want to pick. You can see what everybody else has like done in the past.
Oh, totally. Anyways, we also have another update regarding the game's music. During version 2.7, we will be releasing a new OST album, Millilith Swatch,
Ah, no, pues
which
obviamente
includes
que,
all the music composed
que
by
van
the
a crear
Hoyo
un
mix team for the new Chasm area.
pues un
Ooh,
disco
sounds cool. My
por la
favorite part of
música
any
de
game
la
is the
cima
soundtrack, so
de
I'm looking
peleas.
forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have a new collaboration to announce to everyone. Genshin Impact will be teaming up with the Funko brand to release a
Oh,
series
yo
of
ya
Genshin
quería
Impact
eso.
Funko
Ya,
Pops.
ya hizo una colaboración con los Funkos y
The
ya
first wave will
van a
feature
haber Funkos de
figurines
Genshin
of
Impact por
Paimon,
fin.
Ether,
Hasta que ya van a estar a la venta en Mercado Libre, en
and
Amazon y todo
Lumine.
ese rollo.
These will be released as Funko Pop Asia bobblehead figures. Travelers who are interested can head to the official Funko website to be
Aunque obviamente
notified
los
when the
Nendroids
figures
pues ya
are released.
existían, ¿verdad? Pero
Although you have to
igual,
wait for
los
the
que sean fans de
figures,
Funkos,
you won't have
solo
to
para
wait for
Funkos,
the
pues,
next
aquí están ya.
redemption code.
Yay!
Ok, aquí hay otro canje de redención. Código de canje, no sé por qué le doy redención. Anótenlo, anótenlo. Según yo, sí estoy en el lado derecho, ¿no? ¿Sí, no? ¿Estoy en el lado derecho? Ah, ok. Estoy en el lado derecho. Anoten el código, golosos y golosas. Anótenlo. Pues yo creo que luego que me perdí fue el tráiler de la 2.7. Ese no lo alcancé a ver, la neta. O sea, no hay disculpa de que es lo que lo puse todo para que agarrara el livestream. Pero en cuanto a Yelan, pues ya sabíamos muchos lo que era de Yelan, ¿no? O sea, digo, ¿quién no se vio los leaks? Y por eso me tumbaron, me pusieron un strike en YouTube, o sea, pues subir el leak de la Yelan, ya todos ya saben que hace Yelan y todo ese rollo. Así que no nos perdemos de mucho. Y hay que va a salir en Misión de Arconte.
Wow. Are
Yeah,
we
sabíamos
seriously at
también.
the end already? For real? That flew by.
Yeah,
acabó?
but we actually covered a lot of
Oh, we
content today.
definitely. You know,
Ah.
we did cover a lot, didn't we?
Creo que nos faltó un código
And as
entonces.
usual, I gotta ask you guys, how did you like being on the special program?
Super fun.
It was great. I love my little
Pues básicamente ya se
chibi.
están despidiendo, así que...
And I'm
Creo que no
super
hay tanto
excited to
rollo.
have gotten to give Yelan a formal introduction, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
And I'm really excited for people to meet Kuki.
Yeah. Oh my
Ahora
gosh.
sí, voy a
there's
empezar a
so
leer
many things coming.
comentarios.
Like
I
the
am-
rhythm game.
The rhythm game?
Rhythm game.
Yes.
A
And
ver.
building a robot. I'm excited for the storyline as well.
Dice,
to
hazte un
see,
café.
you know, more
Para
of what
quienes
is happening down there in
están
the
viendo, sean
chasm.
bienvenidos,
There's a lot
dice.
going on down there.
¿Qué hora es de donde nos están viendo?
Yeah,
Acá
I
conmigo
guess
son
that
las
is
5 de
it
la
for
mañana,
today's
así es.
special
No, ya se ve.
program. Thanks
El
for
código
watching,
es
everybody, and
Genetic
we'll see y'all next time.
WCD9.
Thanks,
Dice,
everyone.
Máximo,
Bye.
recién es el
Bye,
primer
guys.
código. Pues aquí son las 8:30. Ay, qué concha. Aquí en Perú son las 7:32 de la mañana. Buenas, 9:30 Argentina. ¿Y por qué ustedes tienen horarios bien conchas? Yo me tengo que levantar a las 5 de la mañana para esta cosa. Y sí que lo vimos completo, sorry. Y si espero desayunar algo rico mientras ven este stream. Luego está el segundo código. Es el Hanuski Pesu. Kona, no le muevas, porfa. Que no le muevo. Que no tengo que moverle. Ya me confundí. Sí, no, nomás alcanzamos a agarrar los códigos, chale. Pero bueno, de 2 códigos a nada, pues prefiero los 2 códigos, ¿no? Pues ahí, si alguien tiene el otro código, o sea, alguien que se haya levantado ahorita más temprano y que aquí lo tenga, pues que lo ponga en los comentarios de una vez, ¿no? Digo, pues para compartir, para convivir. Ajá, el código 1. Y pues ahorita más ya cuando esté en YouTube, si ahorita me topo el tráiler, lo voy a subir rápido. Pues no sé, chicos, digo, el que tenga el primer código que lo pase aquí, ¿no? O sea, buena onda. ¿Y cómo les pareció aquí el livestream? A mí sí me gustó, o sea, se tardaron un chorro, pero pues está bien, o sea, digo, pues tenían problemillas y así. Pero pues ya va a venir Yelan, ya va a venir Shinobu. No sé si vinieron lo que es los banners de personajes. Ah, es que le cambié la pestaña y no se veía el Twitch. Sí, por eso lo aprovechaba en el código de canjes para que... En el código de canjes aprovechaba eso para cambiarme de página porque está todo mal estructurado en el YouTube, por eso. Pero pues ya le puse el Livestream Genshin Impact, luego lo modificó bien y todo el rollo. Ajá, así que está bien. No sé, ahorita voy a ver el tráiler a ver qué tan chido está. Siendo que eso es lo único que me perdí, la verdad, siendo sincero. Pues no sé, los veo muy, muy timidones. Es que ahorita, les digo, es que yo no podía ver la ventana. De hecho, ya planeo comprarme un segundo monitor precisamente para ya poder ver los comentarios mientras estoy acá en directo y así. Pero pues va a tomar un poquito más de tiempo. Así que, ojito. Pero mínimo ya tengo esponjitas que reducen el ruido. ¿Está bien? Bueno, chicos, pues sí, yo creo que a lo mejor muchos ya se levantaron temprano, así como yo. Así que, pues, vamos a mimir un ratito más, ¿no? Ahí luego les dejo el tráiler de la 2.7. Y pues nada, chicos y chicas, tengan un bonito día. Ya amanecimos bien. Nos vemos. Adiós. Tengan un bonito día. Si quieren que les salude ahorita, pues díganme una vez. Si no, pues ya terminamos el streaming y nos vamos a Mimirs. A ver, díganme. Streaming es super chido. Ah, ok. Ahorita ya se acabó, el streaming ya se acabó. Digo. Bueno, ya que no hay ningún comentario, ni un saludo, nada, todo bien, todo acá. Pues bueno, aquí vamos a dar el streaming y pues tengan buen día. Adiós. Dice, le dejo el tercer código de nuestro server lo que lo encuentro. Ah, ok, sí está bien, sí, sí. En Discord ahí deja el código Canje el primero, ok. Sí, igual luego se los vuelvo a poner aquí en los posts, ahí lo voy a poner los 3 códigos. Bye. Dice, ok, y lo bueno que casi lo quito, Dice Mari Raven, salúdame en tus sueños. Ándale. Te mando un corazonzote. Bueno. Ay, pues bueno, agradecer lo que estaban comentando aquí, los que están Matthew, Revenge, Kevin, Ángelo, Mari Raven o Mari Raven, Elijuen, así que no sé, esto es chilo, es como si estuviéramos todos aquí sentados en el sillón acá viendo el trailer y todo este rollo, ¿no? Bueno chicos, ahora sí. Bueno, yo que me levanté a las 5:30, a lo mejor me echo una siestecita porque me ando muriendo. Una disculpa, es la primera vez que hice un livestream de Genshin Impact. Nunca los había hecho porque pues muy temprano y es como que pero ya ahorita ya me voy a ir sí, de hecho me dormí súper temprano para despertarme temprano, pero yo creo que no sé, no estoy acostumbrado a levantarme como a las 4:30 para esto. Pero ya. El próximo parche les prometo que ahora sí ya me voy a dormir como a las 8 de la noche para levantarme a las 4 o así. Tener ya todo listo. Que sí lo dejan medio listo, pero lo bueno. Bueno, ahora sí, chicos. Nos vemos más a ratito con el tráiler. Bye.